And that's the inaccuracy mod that I use. It does look like he crashed the vehicle, so we probably hurt the driver pretty well. Hey guys, what's going on? FinKone here, just coming at you with the 7th episode of the Baltimore County City kind of pack I've built. And from this one, we're going to be doing our first SWAT one. Some of you have been requesting SWAT lately. So here's the SWAT model, and I've left him stock for now. I'll change it later. But you can see how he's in this constant crouching animation. If you don't want to fix it, and don't feel like pestering with that, just go down to the next one. This is actually the pilot one, and we'll go ahead and select that, and we'll kind of roll out with this guy. And I'll show you how I get 4 partners for LCPDFR rather than using the trainer. You get a little bit more stability and use using nothing but LCPDFR peds. So we'll go from here. We'll take this guy. We'll make him our partner right away. I'm not worried about what he looks like or anything like that. And I mean, you can change up, you can add different props to those guys to give them the helmets and hats and stuff like that. But today we're not going to be rolling with the helmets on. I'll probably put a little bit more work and effort into it later on down the road. And we'll go from there. As you can see, I finally got pretty much all the vehicles over to Baltimore County. But we're going to be using this Bearcat today. And as you can see, it's the Baltimore County SWAT unit. For now, we're going to tell LCPDFR that we're busy while I kind of explain to you guys how to go about getting 2 more additional peds. And just to make it quick and easy, I use the trainer. And you'll go up to the bodyguard ped spawning, and they'll have an M4, and we're just going to shuffle all the way to the right. It takes a little bit of time and a little bit of getting used to getting through all the names and stuff, but once you see, there's a pretty distinct police one right there, policeman. There's not a lot that are short like that. Once you see the policeman, you know you're coming up on it. So there it is, the SWAT pilot. And once we get that selected, we're just going to go down to spawn the bodyguard. And we'll get 2 more for the back of the vehicle. God, I guess that guy's going to be a little injured. Shin splinter. He's got M4s. And what we're going to do is we're going to release him. Now the second we release him, we're going to lock onto him, and we're going to press G. Now you can see they're both kind of in the area, and you can see that they'll all respond to commands. So you can hold down caps lock, and pressing tab will bring you over to the next menu. And you can just tell them certain orders like regroup or move to, and things like that. And you see even our third partner, our original one's getting out. And when you're holding this in, you can even press the middle mouse wheel in, and you can see I'm only talking to blue primary team now. And that's going to tell one of the guys that he needs to head over to, oops. I'll tell him the hold position. Well, actually, they're all going to be blue. Okay. Let's see if they got anybody on red. Okay, so those 2 are on red. They're on the red team. You can see when I give red team an order to move, only those 2 go, and that guy stays put. But we're going to go ahead and regroup. And how we're going to run it today, after I clean the vehicle, is I'm going to accept only violent callouts and things of that nature. And I'll cut straight to that once we get that call out. Other than that, we're just going to kind of be sitting around the area. I guess we'll get this guy an ambulance. Alright, but from there we're just going to cut, and I'll see you guys once we pick up for the call. Alright, so actually it came pretty quick. We got an officer requiring assistance. That could mean anything. Maybe he's down, maybe he's pinned down by gunfire. This guy's actually still being looked at. And the ambulance is going to take him away, but it looks like we're going to be going out on the bridge on this one. So we're going to pop out here and make a left on Ruby. If those things ever go up, Jesus, do your job. And we got to be careful because this vehicle's pretty damn heavy, so we don't want to end up hurting ourselves or others just because of the increased weight and handling of this vehicle. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I didn't want to miss it. I want to take this one. You just got to be really careful because this is pretty heavy traffic. I know I could have went up there, but I prefer to go this way. Alright, so here's the officer that's in need of assistance. We're actually going to move our vehicle to block him. I know I hit the wall, but I want to give him cover. And I forgot to give myself an M4, so ignore me as I shuffle through my weapons while I'm getting shot at. And that's the inaccuracy mod that I use. It does look like he crashed the vehicle, so we probably hurt the driver pretty well. I don't know if we have anybody on this side. Oh, this is going to be another one. We're going to actually go for him. Oh, he almost slammed me. Don't try to hit me. Get out of the car. Oh man, this is looking real iffy. All right, so that vehicle despawned. We're actually gonna be. Are you guys getting in there? What are you guys doing? I guess they're checking out the body. We're gonna go ahead and place a barrier right here. That was a road flare. And we're gonna tell our team to regroup before they decide to all go off with strangers. So let's do a head count. I got 1, 2. Where is our third man? Where are you going? Stay here with me, guys. Alright, so we're actually going to get a corner team out here for this. I have no idea where my third man went. I'm going to tell them to hold their positions there. And we're probably good to put away our weapon systems at this point. I'm going to get a tow truck for this. That unfolded rather quick. And we got another vehicle or two we need to get towed out of here. So we're going to really push the tow truck script. There we go. We got that one. And lastly, we're going to try to get this 300 out of here. And there's our other tow truck. It looks like the corners are finishing up. They're done with this vehicle. I don't know how or when he took this vehicle, if it was his vehicle or not, so we're just going to get this thing towed out of here as well. I'm not going to search the trunk. They can kind of do that back at the station or whatever. It does appear like we lost an officer, though. I don't see him in the back here. Sometimes they like to hide out and not do work. So we're going to quickly spawn another one. And, you know, I'm done cleaning up the scene. I'll catch y'all over at the next one. Alright, so we just picked up reports of an assault. We're just loading up right now. We're getting ready to kick out for that one. And it's going to be on Topaz. I'm a little bit familiar with where Topaz is, but we're going to look anyway. Oh, it's like right down the block on the corner of the park. And I don't know if the suspect's going to have a weapon. I don't know if there's more than one of them. And we'll just kind of figure it out as we get on scene again. And again, I do drive a little bit slower in this thing, just mainly because it's so heavy. And now we're starting to get a little bit closer, so we're going to start keeping our eyes out for what we got going on. Okay, so it looks like there's multiple people fighting. We're actually going to hit our floodlights on for this. And we'll try to get them to stop. It's not too violent, but one of them could pull the gun at any time.
Let's show this fucker who's in charge.
Alright, so we're going to hit the one with the taser. It's two hobos fighting a woman. Alright, so we got one that's cooperative. We just went deadly. Don't do it. Don't do it. She's trying to run on us now. I want this guy more. I want this guy a lot more just because they're going to stay on him. I'm going to see if I can't find her. She might already got away from us. Yeah, I wanted this guy a lot more because they were kind of cooperatively fighting her, and my God, these flashlights are bright. So we're actually gonna go for an arrest on this guy. Looks like that one body already despawned. That happens a lot in terms of using Braveheart's policing. We're gonna get this guy cuffed up, and we're gonna call for a transport on him right away. And I'm gonna tell all these guys to hold their position. I am gonna collect the weapon system for this. Oops. Nope. Collect evidence. Start. And then you press X to pick it up. And we got a couple of vehicles in the way. What I'm probably going to do is they fled just because of the shootout. So chances are I'm just going to kill the lights and park them right here rather than have them towed. Alright, so the paddy wagon's just showing up to pick her up, or pick the one guy up that we got in custody. And we'll try to keep our eyes on both of them, if not one, so we get a good clean transport. Oof, and then we'll go and get this car out of the way. And same deal, we'll kill the lights on this thing.
We have the suspect in custody.
Alright, so they're cleaning up good now. We'll let his partner get in. And then we'll be good to go. Yeah, that's what I was worried about though, was one of the individuals pulling a gun when we were actually in the scuff. And you know, it's a good thing that I had my like partners there with their weapons ready to go. Alright, so we'll load back up and you know, we're gonna head we'll kill the floodlights on this thing and then we'll head back. Alright, so we literally just got back again and we just got another call for an officer needing assistance, so we're all gonna hurry up and load up again. Hopefully I remember to grab my M4 when I step out this time. Groomer Street. Sounds familiar again. I'm slowly getting familiar with this area of the map. I don't play here a lot. Okay, so that's on the very up top side. I know how to get there, so we'll be alright. And a lot of you are like, turn on your radar and stuff like that. I don't want to because it really adds to my experience for looking for these calls. Like, once I get there, I still have to, like, I know the rough area that I need to go now, but I don't have a pinpoint, you know, kind of game mechanic that's like holding my hand like, yeah, he's 5 feet in front of you. Like, I want to look for him. I want to get rid of the chevrons above their head, if that makes sense, you know? I go for, you know, immersing myself, and those game mechanics retract from that experience. So I'm going to stop talking and we'll actually run code now. See? I was going to blow by, but I heard shots. I don't see where he's actually shooting at. We're going to turn on the brights again. Okay, we got him right behind a tree here. Oh, there's two of them. Did not know there was two of them.
This guy might be trouble. Send backup.
I'm just telling dispatch now that we got some suspects to deal with.
On foot.
And I'm gonna see if I can't get my partners to flank them. We'll use those two guys. And we're gonna tell them to hustle over there. I'm gonna give them cover as they're going. Oh, just when I was getting ready to tell him to flank in, that he went ahead and got shot up. Alright, so I'm gonna have Alpha guys move right there. I'm gonna have them hold that position while I collect the evidence on this one. Alright, we are gonna call, we'll get the services of course, and we're gonna call an ambulance. We don't know, that last guy kinda nicked. I couldn't tell if I shot him in the head or not, but they're both laying in the bushes here. Alright, so I'll tell Alpha just to move to this location and hold that position so they're kinda out of the way. And we'll go ahead and put away our firearms. And that was cool. Like I was gonna blow by it, and then I heard the shooting, and that's the reason that I like my radar off, is because I got caught off guard by that, and I had trouble even locating the officer. Did it say that the EMS was not coming? Well, we'll try for a corner since these guys have been bleeding right for a good bit. All right, so here comes the corner. I'm not going to bother to check their IDs. I'm going to try to disturb the scene minimally. Of course, they're going to have to check. I really do like this Bearcat, though. It's got really good ELS. Like, it's very well done. I know some of you will probably want it. Like always, just ask. I have so many of these files sitting on my computer for such a long time that I have to, like, Google them myself. I know it's called the Bearcat. So if you want it, you know, I'd suggest like Googling LCPDFR Bearcat, because that's probably what I'll do to help you guys find it. Alright, so they got the first one bagged up, and someone please remind me to change that from the garbage bags to the body bags. It's just, the depth of this game in terms of modding is just really extensive. Alright, so we're clear off on that one. I'm going to tell everybody to regroup. And we're going to go ahead and hop back into the vehicle. You know, good thing about this is it does have a mild ballistics rating, so it can take some hits. Alright, I was just checking out some of the other lights. So we'll go ahead and head back to, you know, where we dispatch out of as a SRT or SWAT or small TAC team or anything of that nature. Most of the time they kind of kick out unless they're serving warrants. They kind of kick out from where they're told to stand by at. But that's something I'll probably not be interested in at all. Like, you're talking about, like, people don't think, they think SWAT's so awesome. And I mean, I'm not talking down on them. I'm about to talk about their lifestyle. You're talking about always on call. If you show up to a hostage situation, you're talking about extremely long standoff hours. Like, it's not uncommon apparently for them to be sitting on scene from 6 to 12 hours while somebody's thinking about taking their own life or has a hostage in a household because depression or something of that nature. And like, that's the side that people don't see, is like they have to be ready to go into the house at any second if things go bad, but they also have to stay there for hours at a time, and that can be like strenuous and taxing. Not to mention, like, they are on call. They are on call all the time. So, kudos to them for being able to do that. Alright, so we just got back. So now we're going to tell dispatch that we're good for calls. So we got a disturbance call. And I'm going to take it just because disturbance calls can really go any direction. We'll go ahead and hit our lights and see where it's going to be. Bismarck. So that's going to be directly south of us. Once we take this left, we're just going to have to keep heading south and we'll run into it. I don't know if I can get this big old thing turned around without destroying the parking lot. I wanted to slow it down a little bit because we're getting a lot of speed. And we gotta be getting close. Yep, we're close. Alright, so we're actually too close. Last time I didn't have a choice but to deploy right in front of them. Alright, so this guy...
Units report the criminal fleeing a crime scene in Bismarck.
We're gonna have to keep cover in mind as we bump up on him. Alright, so he's just running straight by officers. We're gonna keep a good guard on him. And we're just gonna assist them now that they're actually getting the arrest. We didn't even have to do a single shots fired. Even though they discharged their weapon at a couple people, he started fleeing, so it made me hesitant to engage him. And plus with the inaccuracy mod, you can see a lot of bad stuff happen. Alright, so we had a bunch of units actually responding for that one. And we kind of just got that one clean. Oh my god, we ran that far. So yeah, we'll go ahead and cut it out here again, just so you guys aren't watching me drive back and forth. I think the SWAT patrol one, I'm going to do a little bit more editing than normal. And I'll catch you guys once the next one fires back up. Okay, actually, so we were just like a block away from where we left. And we got a wanted persons trace. So we are going to be taking that as an active warrant that we're going to be trying to serve. And try to bump out of the way of the streets so this vehicle can pass. No, he's not going to be able to pass. We're going to check. Alright, so it looks like it's over here on the island. What I'm probably going to do is actually head over there and I'll cut to that and we'll pick up from there. Alright, so we're just getting on scene. Looks like they're going to be in a vehicle. I'm noticing some skid marks on my way up here. So it's going to be this vehicle right here.
Hang tight, I might need backup.
Alright, so they are actually engaging us. I'm going to try to find a good position to offload. I don't want the officer in the right side getting shot as we unload on him. There we go. This will give him a good cover. And we'll be using the door. Or not. We'll just close it. Let's see if I can't give them an order to actually go after this person. Nope. We're going to be pulling back. We just shot her. Ooh, that was a slow-mo shoot. Alright, so this guy's trying to actually flee. Let's see if I can't get him to comply. We're gonna go ahead and call an ambulance because this guy's definitely still alive. And yeah, looks like we're doing alright there. I'm gonna tell my partners to hold up here, and I'm gonna actually probably get one of those guys to move over there to watch that weapon. And we'll grab this one off of her. And I'm gonna kill the siren on this thing because that's driving me nuts. Alright, so the ambulance should be en route. We're waiting for him to show up. We lost contact with the EMS team. So it means the pathfinding was a bit difficult. They had a hard time getting here. We'll try once more. At this point though, it looks like we're going to be calling for a coroner for sure. You don't have much time at all. Sounds like he's up on the bridge there. That would explain the pathfinding issue. We'll see how the coroner fares. This guy's still alive. They need to get here quick. Here comes the coroner. Coroner knows the streets. They're used to working with me. They know how to cut it close. I was just waiting for that to go bad. We'll probably lose contact with the medical team again. Where's she going? She's going a long way around taking some pictures. Yeah, so I'm going to look the same direction when I try to call EMS for the 19th time. There we go. When you're not looking, it wants to spawn off camera, which is good coding. But what that can mean, if you're looking down the only way of the street and it has an issue spawning down there because of that the dump truck's in the way. Or dump truck? That's not a dump truck. A dumpster truck? Whatever truck. The truck. It'll take its next available and just happen to be up there. Oh, they actually healed this guy up, so we're gonna get this vehicle towed. I'm not even gonna search this vehicle, and from there we'll go ahead and hop back into our vehicle. We'll tell everybody to regroup, and we'll see how well everything cleans up from this point. We pretty much did our job to the maximum extent we could do. You getting in? Alright, I don't know where that corner lady went. She went the long way. And well, where at? Did she just try to corner the corner just tried to corner themselves, I think. Alright, so we're gonna be en route to the hospital with this crazy ambulance driver, you know, because this guy's still alive. So at this point it's not uncommon that a police unit would actually escort him to the hospital. And from there, you know, I hope y'all enjoyed this one. He's got the back door open. And, you know, if you liked it and you want to see more of these kind of SWAT episodes, then you definitely let me know. Maybe he knows a shortcut. But either way, I'll catch y'all at the next one.